Alright, welcome back. We're going to go do our first council mission of the campaign. This is a target escort mission where we have to drag a corrupt politician from where he is to the landing zone.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing your progress.
Touching down.
Australia has sent a number of requests for assistance, so that's our next drop site. The VIP for this operation goes by the name of William Thorne. He's an influential politician suspected of collusion with the aliens. We need you to bring him in alive for questioning. Get him to the Sky Ranger for evac.
This is absurd! Do you honestly think I would turn my back on my country? I am not a traitor, damn it!
New objective received.
Alright, so this will be our first council mission of the campaign. Council missions are chosen at random, although in months 2, 3, and 4 of the campaign, because we've left DLC turned on, we'll be getting a few predictable council missions as part of the DLC packages. That said, what we have in month 1 is picked at random. This is not the best of the council missions to get early on, but also certainly not the worst. That would be bomb disposal, where there's a timer on the mission. In this case, we can take our time, camp some rooftops, and slowly pick off thin men as they come to us. Also, I've mentioned thin men, although we've not actually seen any in the campaign, so we will discuss thin men. This will be the first time that we actually see them.
Heading to that location.
Their relative strengths, their relative weaknesses, and why I hate them.
That's affirmative.
Alright, unfortunately, our gunner, Malhavak, can't actually get to the roof and overwatch simultaneously. Neither can Mode Wondershot, but Mode Wondershot, because she's using a sniper rifle, wouldn't be able to fire anyway, so she's going to come up here.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Cytheria will come here.
On the move.
We need to get Thorn up on the roof. He can't fight, he just control. And we'll bring Malhavak up to the roof, and this ladder inexplicably provides high cover instead of medium cover. Everybody overwatches.
Covering now. We've got a wave of X-rays closing on your location. Eyes up.
That alien is unusually human in its appearance. They could be using it as an infiltration unit of some kind. I'd recommend capturing it for further analysis.
Target's still up.
Alright, well that was unexpected. We will talk about thin men later when another one drops in and isn't immediately killed. So let's take another turn.
You have no right to do this! I work for the people! On whose authority do you operate?
Alright, so there's aliens actually behind us on the other side of this building, but I don't think there's any way for them to get upstairs without ladders. Thin men have muscle fiber density, so they can just jump up from down here to up here as if it's nothing, but sectoids can't do that. There are, however, at least 1 or 2 thin men on this map. We can hear them, as opposed to the drop-ins.
I'm on the move.
Roger that.
So most of the drop-in reinforcement waves happen either when your team or the VIP hits a certain threshold on the map. So we will slowly creep forward because the idea here is to trigger as few drop-ins in waves as possible. And if we can overwatch them to death, then so much the better.
Until I'm given proper legal representation.
This guy will just continue to whine even though he'll, despite us not having knocked him unconscious, as you do in XCOM 2,
Overwatch, aye,
he'll still travel to the evac zone with us. Alright, let's bring him forward a little bit further. See if that will trigger any reinforcement waves. We will keep steadying mode Wondershot.
Overwatch.
I've got my eyes on.
Still nothing.
You hear that?
Although now it looks like the aliens that we're patrolling are now within the building that we're on top of. Which really isn't that bad. Give it one more shot. We don't want to let the VIP get too far ahead of us, because if the enemy overwatches and we can't figure out a way to break it, he will get one shot killed and we'll fail the mission.
Roger that.
Enemy forces headed your way, Strike One.
Ah, that's some
Get
bad
ready.
luck. So one of the patrolling pods found us at the same turn that we're going to be getting some thin men drop-ins. Where are they dropping in? Oh boy. So everything on the map is coming at once. Where is our reinforcement wave? There he is. Alright, so moderately inconvenient, but I think we can deal with this just fine. First question is, can Keith blow the cover of this thin man? And he can. Second question is, do I want him to? Yeah, I think we do. So Keith is going to throw a grenade over at this thin man, which hopefully will blow the cover that he's sitting in. We should talk about Thin Men first. So this is a Thin Man. They are the Vipers from XCOM 2, except they are in disguise. Don't think too hard about it, I don't really understand it. We've not done an autopsy on the Thin Man yet, so we don't know quite what he does. But he has the ability to spit acid at us, which will cause us to take damage anytime that we move, do an action, etc. It will also massively reduce our aim. It will reduce our movement radius and so on. The only way to get rid of the damage penalty that we can access right now is to be carrying a med kit. It won't nullify the poison, but will at least, or the acid, but will at least keep us from taking damage when we move and do stuff. That's why on any mission that you have Thin Men, it's important to sort of spam med kits to make sure that you've got it. The other danger of him is that he has elevated ground against us, because this rooftop over here is higher than this rooftop over here. Thin Men have plasma carbines, which do a lot of damage, just like Outsiders, and they also have crazy high aim, meaning they will just pick you right out of high cover. If you see a Thin Man early on, he needs to die immediately. And so we will make him die immediately. With Keith's Sapper, if this rail is destructible, it will blow. And now he's out of cover, which makes him easy pickings for mode Wondershot. It would be nice to have a way to deal with the sectoid. Here's how we're going to deal with him.
Commander.
Alright, so the sectoid is currently flanked. We'll take a shot at him. 50-50 shot, basically, if we kill him. Alright, no such luck. However... However, I'm an idiot. That's what... Maybe I can see him from up here? No. Alright, so Thorn is going to run back so he doesn't get himself shot.
Aye, aye, Commander. I'm rolling.
We've got 3 sectoids to deal with. This guy's going to be running. We'll take this 47% shot.
Target disabled.
We have 2 sectoids to deal with. This guy's going to have to run away because he's flanked. Oh, we can see him. Let's take that shot then. Oh well.
Adjusting sights.
So Malhavak will overwatch. Hopefully he runs out towards Malhavak. Good plan, bad execution.
Can I get some help?
That's a waste of a turn. And here comes another Thin Man. Not activated, and now he will activate and go to someplace easily killed. So, this is dangerous. However, as soon as we deal with this sectoid, he won't be dangerous. So, let's deal with the sectoid.
On my
Bring
way.
Lost and Delusional over. He will kill the sectoid,
No longer a threat.
which frees up Keith to move forward.
Heading to that location.
And drop a grenade on the Thin Man, blow his cover.
Going out.
Or just blow him up outright. And now there's just 1 sectoid left on the map. Or at least 1 active sectoid.
I'm on the move.
There he is.
They're backing up. Advance.
Alright, well that's not really terribly dangerous. Did I bring a motion tracker? I did. Alright, so this is really the only sectoid anywhere around, so it's possible we could just run and gun Lost and Delusional up.
Moving to firing position.
That's weird, he can't get into the building? So this door right here has glitched out for some reason. We're going to save and reload and see if that helps. There we go. So, we're going to dash Lost and Delusional into the building.
Let's do this.
Take care of our sectoid friend here.
He's dead.
And now I think all we have to worry about are drop-ins.
Affirmative. Rock and roll.
We'll see in a moment because if alien activity kind of just flashes instead of you can tell the AI is doing stuff with the enemy,
Rock and roll.
we'll know that there's no active enemies left on the map.
Back in.
We're green to go.
Alright, there is still a pod active on the map. pod that contains at least one sectoid.
I'm on it, Commander.
So in blowing up that cover, we made
Aye, aye,
advancing a little
Commander.
bit dangerous across this area. But I think we can manage it.
Okay.
I'm on it, Commander. Good to go.
Heading there now.
We'll bring Thorn back to where he was previously. That shouldn't trigger any further drop-ins.
Ready
Lost in
to
Delusional will
engage.
reload.
Affirmative. Covering now.
And what do we got? Alright, so the other sectoids are across the way.
Out there.
Really, it
That's
just becomes a
affirmative.
question of can we get across this gap without getting popped? The real danger being that we get drop-ins on this turn.
On my way.
I'm on the move.
And if we do, we'll just run the Overwatch.
Moving out. Rolling out.
Drop-ins usually come in behind cover, meaning that there shouldn't be any danger of them falling into this corner of the building over here. And if they're over here, we should have the ability to suppress them, shoot them, all that good stuff.
I feel, Commander. Alert strike one.
Alright, so a bit of bad luck. We should be able to deal with it just fine, though. Alright, so that Thin Man is out of any particularly dangerous range. We will inadvertently trigger a couple of sectoids.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We'll take a pot shot at one of them. Let's choose the far one. No dice.
Adjusting sights.
I'm on it, Commander. I'm all over it. Eat this!
Alright, we've blown the cover of this guy, meaning that Cythereal probably could kill him. Although it'd be safer for Cythereal to use the smoke grenade.
No longer a threat.
Lost Delusional can come over.
Hauling ass.
Thorn is going to just run out of line of sight. Mode Wonder Shot will come to the corner. And we're going to drop a 20 defense bonus on us with Cythereal Smoke Grenade. It's possible that Thin Man can reach us and take a shot at us this turn. The Smoke Grenade should protect us from the worst of those effects. And let's keep moving Thorn, actually. It's possible we can dash him to the evac zone this turn. Alright, so much for that idea. And here comes our Thin Man friend, who's going to double move and get himself killed. So first things first. Bummer. We'll take a shot with Cythereal, maybe we get lucky.
X-ray neutralized.
Alright, that takes care of the Overwatch problem. And that means we just have to blow up the cover of the Thin Man. Let's concentrate on the cover and not him.
Grenade out.
And now we can ruin his day because he's out of cover.
Dead and gone.
That should be everything left on the map. Thorn can't quite get to evac though, so we'll move him forward. Everybody else overwatches. Thorn hunkers. And yeah, that was the last of the mission. If we don't get a drop in when he can make it to the final area, then that'll be that. So another perfect mission.
Where are you taking me? I demand answers!
Executed to the numbers, Strike One. Get back here on the double.
So it would have been nice had we gotten scientists or engineers or even cash, but I'll take an additional Lance Corporal. Although with randomly generated stats, it's entirely possible our Lance Corporal is going to be rubbish.
If all our missions go as well as this one did, the aliens don't stand a chance.
So, Lost and Delusional becomes our first Corporal, which gives us access to the Officer Training School. Lost and Delusional will take Will to Survive, which gives her damage reduction when she's in cover. This is the closest thing we're going to get to a tank early on, and that's pretty helpful. And Cythereal... Cythereal is going to take covering fire, which allows Overwatch to proc when the aliens start doing any movement at all, whether it's shooting at you, suppressing you, moving, etc., etc. It's still going to take the standard Overwatch penalty. That's not going to be fixed until she makes Corporal and takes Opportunist. But it can allow Cythereal to shoot with her first action and then Overwatch thereafter. Overwatch infantry are fairly powerful early on. They lose effectiveness as they go further into the game, but we're not further into the game right now. We'll worry about that later on. Collect some decent numbers of corpses. And we have a new unit that somebody can claim. Grace Ryan, who really should not be a heavy with those stats. But we'll worry about that next time. So let's go ahead and spin the globe.
Commander, we're receiving several urgent requests for assistance. There are abductions in progress at each marked site on the hologlobe.
So there's a 50-50 shot of getting either 3 or 4 abductions in the first month. We've gotten 4 abductions, and while that initially seems like a bad thing, you prefer to have fewer alien abductions, that's actually great for us because it gives us more opportunities to get kills, get loot, get money, level up soldiers, etc. The problem here is that with a March 28th date for this mission, it's somewhat possible, although not terribly likely, that we run into alien reinforcement units, thin men, floaters, etc. So worry about this mission next time. And I will see you next time.